The muscle up, an amazing display of pulling and pushing strength, a move that is bound to impress almost anybody, and a skill that, if properly executed, makes you feel like an absolute legend. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to, so you too can fly over that bar. Before we get started, I want you to remove any mental block that you may have. The muscle up is a challenging exercise, but you will be able to do it. If you put in the time and effort into the exercise that I give you, you will be flying over that bar in no time. Now, just because you can do the prerequisites that are shown on the screen does not mean you can do the muscle up. It means you are ready to start training for the muscle up. Now, with that being said, let's get started. An extremely important form cue for the muscle up is not to swing your legs, because this provides momentum and reduces the actual strength required for the exercise to be executed. Another form cue is to make sure you're not flopping around on the bar and to make sure you're not pulling vertically. Lastly, we have kipping, which is a huge sin in calisthenics and is basically a foreign language to any calisthenics athlete. Form cues for all the exercises are as follows. You don't want to be loose like this. You want to have your legs straight and core engaged. A good cue for this is to keep your feet in front of your body. And you also want to have your scapula depressed and engaged. So not this, but this. Now let's move on to the exercises. By far the most technical would be the explosive pull-up. Now, there are a lot of form cues you need when performing explosive pull-ups, which is why I recommend you start off using a resistance band so you can get the form down and then you can start training. Like I said before, the explosive pull-up is an extremely technical movement and there's just not enough time in this video to go in depth. So if you want a better understanding of it, Daniel Vadnal from Fitness FAQs has a really good video on explosive pull-ups, and I would definitely give that video a watch after you're done with this one. The second exercise I recommend are weighted pull-ups. Now you probably already saw this coming because weighted pull-ups are just an amazing exercise in general, but they're really great for the muscle up because they translate to your explosive pulling strength. If you can improve your relative pulling strength, you will have stronger muscle ups. Now a good goal to aim for is 25 to 50% of your body weight added on your pull-ups for 5 clean reps. An unusual exercise that I recommend would be paused dips. Now you're going to want to pause in the bottom position of the dip. So if your goal is straight bar muscle ups, you'll be doing straight bar dips. And if your goal is ring muscle ups, ring dips, and you get the gist. The reason this exercise is so great is because it strengthens that bottom position of the dip. And this is the position we are right after the transition. And since most people are weakest in the transition, being comfortable with that bottom position of the dip really helps. So if the goal is a straight bar muscle up, you will be doing paused straight bar dips. Now you want to pause at the bottom position of the dip for around 3 to 5 seconds and then push back up with control. This is a good accessory to your muscle up training and I would add it towards the end of your workout. The best kept secret to unlocking muscle ups and having silky smooth transitions would be to improve your grip. You can do this by doing various types of dead hangs after a session or isolation work for your forearms. The reason your grip complements your muscle up training so much is because you're only as strong as your weakest link. If you can't hold on to the bar for 30 seconds, you can't expect to be doing muscle ups. Once you improve your grip, you will feel stronger in all the exercises and it'll have an amazing carryover to muscle ups. What's so great about the muscle up is that it just takes a few months of dedicated practice to actually unlock, but it looks so cool. And it's a great skill to improve your confidence and just to show off in front of people. Honestly, if you see a pull-up bar anywhere, you can just go bang out a couple muscle ups and people will be shocked. It is arguably one of my favorite skills to do and they're just so fun to perform.